ended a couple times, but just knowing that there's a purpose for everything that I'm going through, knowing that I'm going through what I'm going through for a reason, and the Lord, and because I know the Lord and my relationship with him, that's what keeps me motivated, because I know for a fact that even though I'm going through something really hard right now, my life, like I've shared with you, I'm going through some hard things, but I know that going through those things, I'm going through them for a reason. I mean, it would be hard to be going through them and think that there's no reason for this is just how it is. It really motivates me to know what I'm going through right now is for a purpose, and so that's what I keep in my mind.
Yeah, you have some set of rituals you do, you know what I mean, when you encounter certain difficulties, or like, you know what I mean, a bad day. Everybody has his own kind of like ritual. Yeah, I'll just go pray, I'll just fast, you know what I mean, I'll just be quiet by myself or pray. You know, we all pray, but aside from that, what's your set of rituals, you know what I mean, you do or you engage with?
Honestly, making music is huge for me. It's an outlet for me. I write, and I do. I didn't plan on this becoming this, but I get on my knees, I pray. That's what I do when I'm really going through it. And if I'm really, really going through it, I do fast, and that's what gets me through it. It's just what I do. So, yeah.
So, how did your single, the Karen single, you know, you had, how did it started? I want to know how the journey of that single. Where were you at that moment when that idea came in mind? I want to write this song. How did you you know what I mean? I want to know everything about that single.
The first one?
Yep, the single you got on now.
Okay, so I was going through, have you ever gone through a phase of doom scrolling? I was just on TikTok, doom scrolling, and I was seeing all these people. I was going through a hard time in my life. I was seeing all these people with stuff that I did not have. I was broke.
How broke was she?
But I was.
With their levels of broke, we are broke.
So,
we are broke, and we are broke and brokey.
I wasn't brokey. My bills were paid, but that's it. That's it. That's it.
You surviving.
Okay, my bills were barely paid. Barely paid.
Wait, hold on. Your bills were barely paid. So how would I be like? You was broke.
I was.
And you were so broke. Yeah.
Yeah. So moderately broke, all right? I was moderately broke. And I was just going through it, and I was seeing other people with stuff that I didn't have. And I was just going, I don't know, I was getting in a dark place, and I was like, why is everything on social media and every song that I hear, like these rappers with their chains and their bust downs and everything, why is it all, look what I got, look what you don't have? And I was like, you know what? Maybe my niche could be, what if I wrote a song that made people happy with what they do have and what they can do? And so I started working on that song. I wrote it in a day. Oh, both of those songs that I released, I wrote in a day. The other one that I just released, or that I just put out there, I wrote on the way back from Colorado in a trip.
So you're coming back from a trip, and you'll be like, yeah, I'm just pen a song or this idea down.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? When your colleagues at work, when they heard your music, in their first week, they didn't know you sing?
They didn't know.
So how did they find out? How the news broke out to them?
Honestly, okay, so my boss knew because I tell her. I told her, which she's super supportive, always supportive of my music. The people that I work in the office with are super supportive, but then there's people that I just work with that I'm friends with on Facebook, and that's how they found out. But they're like, "Hey, Catherine, whoa, or do that, that's cool. I didn't even know that you were a singer." And I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? How did the music video came about?
Well, I recorded the song. I had it for a little bit, and then I have a friend who's in the circle, in the industry kind of, named Gway918, shout out. But he had been recording videos, so he hooked me up with Ozzy, who's the guy that records my videos, and I just paid for it and got it done. It was the coolest thing ever. It was so fun. I felt famous, but I wasn't,
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. So, did you had an idea or the concept for the video in mind, or you just let the director, hey, do what you got to want to do?
It was the middle of winter. I knew I wanted to do Turkey Mountain, which was like there's a view up there at Turkey Mountain. So that's one thing I knew. Other than that, I was like, we're in Tulsa. There's not a lot to see downtown. So we just went downtown and just went around and found good shots down there. And that's how that first one came about. The other one, the new one, there was a plan. There was an intention behind that one, which I can get into if you want me to.
Okay. So, in the next few months, right? What's your plan? You know what I mean? Do you have plans to push these songs or like release other new music, do more videos, or what's your plan? I heard.
I have more songs that I'm gonna release because I don't want to only release songs that have a video, but I have more songs that I'm gonna release. I'm thinking about coming up with, so the songs that I've already recorded organically have become a project. So I'm thinking of releasing them as an album, and then I'm gonna record more videos. I'm gonna keep collabing with whoever wants to collab. I'm gonna do more collaborations. I got a couple collaborations in the works right now, and so I'm just gonna put my feet to the floor and just do whatever opportunity comes my way. I'm gonna push into this because before, like, even in the beginning when I first released that first song, I was just doing it for fun. But like, I'm kind of ready to lock in. You know what I mean? I'm ready to lock in during this. People like my music. People want more. They're gonna get it.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So I would say this, right? I'll say this. I'm thinking of a way to frame it.
Okay.
Music. Oklahoma here, right? Yeah, I mean, Oklahoma is alright, but music-wise, isn't not that much going on here. So, do you still plan to leave here and then pursue your career, or you want to go elsewhere? You know what I mean, and pursue it.
For right now, I'm gonna pursue it here. And see where that takes me, but my plan is to move out of the state one day and just see more of the world. I've only ever lived in Tulsa, so much so I've never lived outside of Tulsa County, not even in another county. I've only lived in Tulsa, so I have to move and live somewhere else. So I'm just gonna, wherever I wind up, pursue it. If I wind up being here for a while, pursue it here. If I wind up being called somewhere else and living somewhere else, I'm gonna pursue it there.
So do you have a place in mind?
Places that I want to love to live in is Colorado. I spend a lot of time up there. I love it there.
What's there in Colorado?
There's so much in Colorado. There's
really?
You got to look up Colorado. There's a lot going on up there.
Listen, I love New York.
New York?
Miami, LA,
Atlanta. I could see myself living in Georgia. Maybe Florida. New York, I feel like I've just lived in Oklahoma too much. Like, that would be a culture shock for me. I've never seen a city like that. I've never, something I was saying the other day, I was like, here you have to have a car, but there people don't even get cars or driver's licenses. Like, I could not live, like, no, that traffic, the amount of people in one, it's crazy. Nah, I can't do it.
Yo, you can't do New York.
No, I'm over here in Owasso, and I think that that's really condensed, and there's like a lot of people in one small area in Owasso.
Okay, so if you go, one thing, like, when it comes to like opportunities, right? Mm-hmm. The more, when you live in country, there's not much going on. So how can you, get your wider, if there's more, you have the chance or the likely or the possibility for you, going big.
Right.
But if you don't, we live in a social media world that, hey, you could blow up from wherever you are, but in more to say, the possibility of you blowing up or meeting good people that will connect you, I'm not saying it's not here, but it wouldn't be in a place where there isn't that much going on.
Right.
Because you need to live in an environment where, like, hey, stuff is like, hey, I want to be in movies. And then you're in Tulsa. I'm not saying it's bad, but where do we know in America movies are being made? Hollywood.
Yeah.
LA. So if you want to take your shot, then meaning be where,
what's going on. Yeah, that makes sense. And I'm like, it's in the cards for me for sure. I don't know, because this is also new. I don't know where it's gonna go, but I could see if I really kept seeing results, kept on growing here. I could see myself moving to pursue it down the road.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
But we're just seeing.
Yeah,
we're just new.
A few years from now, you revisit this conversation.
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, you remember that?
You remember that?
You remember that conversation? You remember that interview? Yeah. I mean, so aside from music, what else are you passionate about?
I'm passionate about my family. I'm passionate about helping people. I'm passionate about helping people, especially that have dealt with mental health, because I've struggled with it. I just really want to help people. And so I think my passion is definitely helping people. I'm also, I don't care if I lose fans because of this, but I'm passionate about the Lord. And that's something that's very important to me. And so, yeah.
Okay. So how do you handle criticism or negative feedback from people?
You want me to be real?
Be real. Be always for real.
I'm figuring it out, because I've never, so until I released that song, the most followers I've ever had on any platform was 100 followers. So I've never opened up myself to public scrutiny like that before, and it's coming. It's definitely coming, and so I'm getting very used to that. So how do I handle it? I try to ignore it. And put it in the back of my mind. Don't let the bad outweigh the good. You got these thousands of good comments, and then you have these 2 little mean ones. So what are you going to try to point your eyes to, So I just try to focus on the good.
Okay. So if your music could change one thing in this world, what would that be?
I want people to be happy where they're at. I think, I'm not saying be comfortable where you're at, always want more, but stop looking at what other people have and thinking about what you don't have. I want people to feel good about being themselves and being okay with being themselves instead of trying to change themselves to be somebody else. Like, I think that the way that the society is and the way social media is set up, everybody wants to be somebody else or be like this person or get this done to be like this. I want people to just be happy with who they are, because it's something I had to learn, and I want to help other people learn that,
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
Hopefully, you want me to dream big. You want me to dream big and speak it into existence on this podcast.
Got you.
I want to be doing.
A few years from now, you revisit this conversation.
We'll revisit this conversation. Catherine, 5 years from now, are you making music for a living?
It's your camera. Yeah, let it tell them.
Catherine, 5 years from now, when you come back here, are you making music for a living? Are we living the dream? Because that's what I would want to be doing. Okay. Making music full time, being able to do it to subsidize my income, and that would be great. Right now I'm working a corporate job and it pays the bills, and that's great, and I'm happy to have